Keys Insurance, Diefenbach Snacks, Elite Fuel Service, Houndstown Reading, Judd Firestone Plumbing, Kuhn Funeral Home, Overhead Door Company, Redner's Warehouse Markets, Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis, Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, Pizza Como, Reading Fight and Phil's, Savage Auto Group, Sure Stay Best Western Hotel in Reading, WEEU, and Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society.
Now for all the action, let's go courtside with Bob McCool and Rich Scarcella.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. WEU's coverage of Berks County High School basketball continues tonight. District 3 Boys 4A Semifinal. It's the Susquehanna Township Indians, the number 5 seed, going up against the number 1 seed, Berks Catholic Saints, who are 19-5 overall. Susquehanna Township at 15-7. The Indians coming out of the Mid-Penn Capital Division, which they won 8-6. And, of course, Berks Catholic won Division 1 of the Berks Boys Conference with a 10-2 record. The winner of this one moves on to Thursday's District 3 championship game. It's the Indians, and it's the Saints, and it's live on 8:30 a.m. WEU. The voice of Berks and beyond. Our high school sports is presented to you by Savage Auto Group, and it's available to you for free online on our free video. That's at 8:30 WEU Sports on YouTube. Check it out. You can watch it in its entirety for free. We're going to take a timeout back to Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium with our pregame show after this.
Shop, earn, and save with the Redner's Rewards Program. Purchase select items at Redner's and unlock big savings on groceries and fuel. Redeem your points in-store and fill your shopping cart with fantastic deals like buy 3, get the 4th free. Save on fuel, too. Enjoy discounts at Redner's Quick Stop, Speedway, and many other locations. Get 5 cents off per gallon for every $50 spent. Plus, discover tons of special offers, digital deals, and surprise savings available to rewards customers. Start saving today. Sign up at the store or online at rednersmarkets.com.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
Are your garage doors noisy, squeaky, or moving unevenly? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening and closing them? Don't be left sitting in the driveway. It's time for a tune-up from Overhead Door. Starting at just $99, we'll inspect, lube, and adjust your garage doors so they operate smoothly. Call today and ask for a tune-up special from Overhead Door, your hometown garage door company since 1965. Overhead Door, we're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
They say dogs are man's best friend, so they deserve the very best. Houndstown in Reading is a full-service dog daycare and boarding facility with spacious rooms, quality grooming, and plenty of room for fun. While you're away, the dogs will play. Houndstown has all the enrichment your pet needs for their physical and social health. They offer a variety of spa services like baths, nail trimming, toothbrushing, and dematting. Give Fido the finest at Houndstown, 610-947-1441, or visit houndstownreading.com.
Welcome back to our pregame show alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. Susquehanna Township, Berks Catholic is the matchup. The winner of this one moves on to Hershey to play for the District 3 4A championship against either Eastern York or Big Spring. That game going on in York County, getting underway at 7 o'clock as well as this one. And Rich, we talk about the Indians of Susquehanna Township. They come out of the Mid-Penn Capital, the same division that Bishop McDevitt, that Berks Catholic's first opponent, played in as well. They finished at 8-6 in the division. Bishop McDevitt at 10-4. Just for a comparison's sake, they split their 2 games with the Crusaders, losing 61-58 and then winning 63-49 in their 2 matchups. But what they present is a team that is long and is extremely athletic and would love the opportunity to get up and down the floor.
And they love to hit the three-point shot. They had 8 three-pointers against Wyomissing. They're averaging 6.4 a game, just a fraction more than Berks Catholic. They're long. This program, Bob, has had a lot of tradition over the years. They've gone through some tough times in recent years. This is their first District 3 playoff appearance in 4 seasons. But I go back to when I was at Penn State. I remember a player that some of you may have heard of named Brian Dean, who was an outstanding player, played at Penn State as well, and had his sister, Stacy, also an outstanding player at Susquehanna Township. But this team looks for real. They've had some turmoil at the top. Avery Cloud is now in his second season, former Harrisburg assistant. He's trying to provide some stability to the program. This is not going to be an easy game for Berks Catholic. Township beat Wyomissing 65-60. They had a 21-point lead until Wyomissing put on a furious charge, cut it to 3, and simply ran out of gas and ended up losing to Wyomissing by 5. Berks Catholic beat Wyomissing by 9, as you said, in early January. So this is going to be a difficult game. Susquehanna Township has size and speed.
And before we get into Rich's keys to the game, just to back what he's talking about, the history of Susquehanna Township, they have won 6 District 3 titles. The last one was in 2014. They go all the way back to 1967 was their first. They won it again, won one in 80, 94, 06, 08, and 14. They made it to a couple of state championships along the way as well. But Avery Cloud trying to bring some of the stability that's been missing at Susquehanna Township with a very frequent turnover in coaching, and he is in his second season. Actually, in his third season, he was the assistant and became the interim coach halfway through. So this is his second full season as the head coach with Susquehanna Township. It's now time for our keys to the game, and they're brought to you by RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. If you're buying or selling a home, Phil Macaronis is a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame with over 20 years of experience providing countless buyers and sellers keys to their real estate transactions. Call 610-670-2770 and ask for Phil Macaronis for the keys to buying and selling your home. It's the Indians and the Saints, and Rich Scarcella has his keys to tonight's game.
For the visiting Susquehanna Township Indians, they want to stop Kingston McCoy, just like Bishop McDevitt did last week, and make other Saints beat them. The second thing they want to do is box out. Berks Catholic, despite giving up size to McDevitt, did an outstanding job off the glass in the final 3 quarters in that quarterfinal. The last thing for Township, they want to speed up the game. They want to make this a horse race up and down the floor. For the home team, the Berks Catholic Saints, they want to stop dribble penetration and kicking out to the 3-point shooters. Second thing is they want to control tempo. They want to play this game at their pace, not at a snail's pace necessarily, a slower pace. Third thing, take care of the basketball. The Saints did a great job of that against Bishop McDevitt with just 4 turnovers. That's a big key for tonight's game.
Time to take a look at our spotlight, brought to you by Bachman Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling. Whether your needs are residential or commercial, Bachman's makes the home improvement process easy. The Bachman family has proudly served the Berks County community for over 50 years. Tonight, we turn the spotlight on Susquehanna Township point guard Alfonso Burnett. You remember that name if you're a Berks County football fan. Why do I say that? Because he's headed to Kutztown University to play for Jim Clemens' nationally ranked program with the Golden Bears. He right now is the point guard. He's also one of their top scorers. Their top scorer is Makai Slappy. He's also their 3-point shooter, along with Burnett and freshman Jakai Sloan Marks. That is definitely a name worth remembering. 6'6" freshman, averaging just under 13 points a game, and he had 25 in that win over Wyomissing on Thursday night. But Alfonso Burnett will be guarded by Kingston McCoy, so that's why we turn that spotlight on that matchup, the matchup that is Berks County's best basketball player all around in Kingston McCoy, the player of the year, offensively and defensively. And Kingston McCoy especially is just debating as to what to do with McCoy in terms of defensively. Does he put him on the young big man, or he just felt like with the ball going through the hands of Burnett more often than not, that is where he needed to put Kingston McCoy at least to start. It's time now for our starting lineups, and they're brought to you by Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society. They've been serving authentic homemade Italian dishes for over 100 years. New memberships are now being accepted for only $10. The facility at 311 Hazel Street in Reading is also available for rental for private parties, banquets, and celebrations. Victor Emmanuel, a taste of Italy right here in Reading. For the Indians, as we said, coached by Avery McLeod with his 15-7 record this season. He's 24-20. Indians did not make the postseason last year, finishing at 9-13. But we told you about the young freshman, Jakai Sloan Marks, 6'6" forward, and averaging at 12.9 per game. He'll be joined up front by James Colston, a 6'4" senior, along with Travis Turner, a 6'3" senior, and then it's Slappy and Burnett in the backcourt. It kind of sounds funny, but it is Makai Slappy at 14.7, but he's got 68 threes on the season, along with Alfonso Burnett at 14.6 and the point guard. For Snip Esley, 14 seasons at Berks Catholic. He has won 14 District 3 championships in his time as a head coach at both Central Catholic and at Berks Catholic, winning 5 with the Saints. And he will go with Johnny Giese, who played really well in his first start last game against Bishop McDevitt, a 6'4 sophomore, along with Jackson Kozik, a 6-foot junior, as the forwards. The guards, Zach Susky, 6-foot senior, Brady Altamar handled the point, 5'9 junior, and Kingston McCoy, 6'2 and a junior. McCoy at 21.1 points per game. Susky again in double figures against Bishop McDevitt. He's at 12.4. And then again, off the bench is the freshman, Carmelo Harper, who had a career-high 15 against the Crusaders to allow the Saints to get to this semifinal. We'll have it when we get back. It's tip-off time on WEEU after this.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent is Cross Keys Insurance. Get a quote today at crosskeysins.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Ahoy! Adelphia Seafood is your neighborhood market for the freshest seafood around, with locations in West Lawn, Fairgrounds Market, and Pottsville. They offer a range of delicious options from crab cakes, clams, fresh organic salmon, and succulent shrimp, as well as convenient take-home dinners and more. For more information or to place an order, visit adelphiaseafood.com or just call one of their stores. Enjoy top-quality seafood and exceptional service right in your community at Adelphia Seafood.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's potato chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle-cooked chips so much, he turned his kitchen in Berks County into the ultimate snack factory. Now, 60 years later, we're still crafting our chips with the same passion and the finest ingredients, right where it all began. Diefenbach's potato chips, available in all your favorite flavors when you need that PA-crafted crunch.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, our team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with professionalism and care. Call today at 610-678-9080. Judd Firestone Plumbing, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind.
Welcome back to Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium alongside Rich Garcelle. My name is Bob McCool. This is 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading. Our high school basketball coverage will continue tomorrow night. District 3 6A semifinal, uncharted territory for the Governor Mifflin Mustangs, and we will be at Central Dauphin High School as the Mustangs take on the Rams. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and our free video coverage as well will continue tomorrow night. District 3 boys 6A semifinal, Governor Mifflin and Central Dauphin from Harrisburg tomorrow night.
Can't wait for that one, Bob. The Mustangs playing terrific basketball. They knocked off Mechanic Friday night despite shooting just 6 for 20 from the foul line. That tells you not only that they shot poorly from the line, but how well they really played, because that game could have been a much larger margin.
Right now, Garrett Wetzel's at home going, thanks, Rich. I was trying to get that out of my mind. You tried to bring it up. Watching our coverage. The Mustangs and the Rams tomorrow night, one of 3 games involving Berks County teams alive in the pursuit for a district championship. Exeter will be at York Suburban tomorrow night. Wyomissing girls in the 5A, that is, and Wyomissing girls in 4A will be at Northern Lebanon. All of them will tip off at 7 o'clock. A lot of other teams still alive, vying for state playoff berths as well. And we are underway. The Saints in their home whites with a gold and black trim go back on defense as Susquehanna Township in the visiting red and white and black control the opening tip-off. And right away they get the ball in the hands out around the perimeter with Sloan Marks, the big freshman, and Makai Slappy guarded by Brady Altamar.
Keeson Sloan Marks, the 6'6 freshman.
Burnett gives it up out high for Sloan Marks, and then back and around for Colston and Travis Turner. Everybody touching it in this first possession. Here's Burnett for 3 at the top. No, and Johnny Giese rips down the rebound for Berks Catholic.
Johnny Giese with 12 rebounds in the quarterfinal win over Bishop McDevitt.
McCoy with the ball, drives and then kicks to the corner. Altamar for 3, no. Rebounded by Sloan Marks, and the Indians want to push with the freshman with the ball in his hands, trying to go from one end to the other. Altamar helps out, slaps it free, gives it back for Slappy, who drives off balance. No. Rebounded by Altamar, and McCoy and the Saints want to run. Good job by Susquehanna Township to get back. Berks Catholic will run their offense. Swing it from right side to left for Gisa, and then back to the top for Kozik, and a catch-and-shoot three is money.
Kozik can hit that shot. Great look by Susky.
Jackson Kozik puts the Saints on the board first with his 12th three of the season. We are 1 minute and 20 seconds in, and we have a much higher scoring game than we did on Thursday night when it was the Saints and the Crusaders. It took all of 4.5 minutes to score. Here's a travel on Turner, who stepped right and stepped left, and the game's first turnover on the travel.
Bob, the first couple possessions, Susquehanna Township runs a similar offense to that of McDevitt with that weave up top, trying to look to penetrate to get to the basket and either score or dish. But so far, Berks Catholic's done a nice job against it.
Snip Astley comparing Susquehanna Township in a lot of ways to Reading High, but just not quite as in control as Reading High can be, and it's not as effective in their full court game as well as the Red Knights either. It's 3-0 Berks Catholic, and the Saints have the basketball in the hands of McCoy. Again, coming off his lowest output at 3, he just matched that.
He had a career low, not a season low, a career low of 3 points against McDevitt. No field goals. He ended that drought rather quickly.
Burnett trying to get by McCoy, gives up for Sloan Marks instead, who's guarded by the sophomore Gisa. A little step back move for Sloan Marks. That hits nothing but glass. And Berks Catholic and McCoy have the rebound. 6-0 Berks Catholic, and the ball in the hands of Kingston McCoy. Guarded by Turner. Pull-up jumper, no. Nothing but Indians underneath, and rebounded by James Colston in Susquehanna Township. Kai Slappy will wait for help. Gets a screen from Colston. A screen and roll is tipped out of bounds by Zach Susky. It'll stay Berks Catholic basketball.
Thought the Township player got away with a travel there. Took a little extra step going to the basket. Indians ball underneath.
James Colston is the inbounder. With Travis Turner setting the screen for Slappy, and then back to Colston and back to Slappy out in front of the Saint bench. 5:20 left to go in the first. In the hands of Sloan Marks. Out around the perimeter. Burnett tries to drive. McCoy slaps it away. Burnett tries a little harder and gets the foul on the drive. We'll see who the foul is against. McCoy from behind or in the front on the reach-in.
That's going to be on Kozik.
Kozik on the reach-in gets called for the personal. That will put Alfonso Burnett at the free throw line for Susquehanna Township, trying to get the Indians on the scoreboard for the first time. He's a 63% free throw shooter on the year.
Bob McCoy's done an outstanding job in these first few minutes against Burnett. Burnett's trying hard to get to the basket and has really struggled to do that.
And that's what makes McCoy the special player that he is. As good as he's been offensively, he is maybe even better defensively. And Burnett makes them both to get the Indians on the scoreboard, makes it a 6-2 game in favor of the Saints. And now here we see for the first time the 1-2-2 from Susquehanna Township, with Ja'Kai Sloan Marks at 6'6", out at the point of attack. No problem for the Saints with McCoy and Gisa playing a little 2-on-1 to get it across half court. Now with 5 minutes to go, McCoy drives, kicks. Gisa fakes the three, kicks it for Altamar and around for McCoy. Right elbow, thought about pulling the trigger, decided not to. And they'll work it out and around the perimeter instead from right side to left.
Good defense by Travis Turner, cutting off penetration by McCoy.
Now the Saints are on a little weave at the top as well. McCoy goes the opposite way, slips, dishes it back to Kozik. Altamar open, doesn't take the three. Gisa fakes the three, pulls up for the two, and got it.
Boy, that Gisa, sophomore, looks very promising.
And there's Sloan Marks, guarded by Gisa back on the other end. Now it's 8-2 Berks Catholic on Johnny Gisa's 12-foot jumper. Entry pass down low to Colston, kicks it out top for Turner, and slapped away by McCoy, but into the hands of Burnett. Susquehanna Township avoids the turnover. 4:10 to go. It's 8-2 Berks Catholic on top. Slappy for three, got it.
And they love to hit the three-point, like to take the three-point shot. Slappy with Township's first three of the night.
69 on the season for Makai Slappy. His first field goal makes it an 8-5 game. And again, that 1-2-2, there's no problem for the Saints. McCoy with an opening. McCoy to the rim, missed it. Rebounded by Colston, and back comes Susquehanna Township. Makai Slappy for three, and the tie, no. high rebound is controlled by Susky.
Susky had 10 rebounds the other night. Good defense in transition by the Saints.
That's the game for Susquehanna Township. Get up and down the floor. Not a good shot by Slappy, but again, guy with 69 threes, and here's an illegal screen on Kozik.
That's his second.
That will flip the ball back into the possession of Susquehanna Township. So 2 early fouls now on Jackson Kozik, and he's going to have to come out. And Carmelo Harper, the freshman, who had, again, career-high 15 against Bishop McDevitt, will come in instead. So on the illegal screen, now we'll also get a first substitution for Susquehanna Township as Caden Folk, a 6'4 senior, will come in, and Travis Turner will come out.
Let's see if Folk guards McCoy because Turner was guarding McCoy. McCoy got to the basket the last time, just couldn't finish.
Inbounds pass and nobody's home. Guy who just came in, Folk had turned away from it. Slappy threw it inbounds to him. Susquehanna Township turns it right back.
Slappy not happy at all with one of his teammates. I'm not sure which one.
Susky with his first touch on offense. Thought about pulling the trigger on a 3. Gives it up, and now Harper has it for the first time. Trying to get away from Folk. Dribble drive, and Harper with a lay-in.
Wow.
Pretty move by the 9th grader.
And another turnover by Township.
Right back to the Saints, and Harper has it back, kicks it out. Saints, after the turnover, have it back on top 10-5. Susky sees an opening, drives inside, gets it blocked and taken back the other way by Sloan Marks to Burnett, bumped and fouled by Altamar. So the Saints taking advantage of some mistakes, but then the up and down pace to the favor of Susquehanna Township leads to a Brady Altamar foul, his
floor,
first,
Bob.
team's 3rd. So not a shooting foul, as Rich said. They'll inbound underneath. Inbounds for Slappy, guarded by Altamar. Sloan Marks down on the baseline. They really they don't look the post. There's a screen and roll to Colson, blocked and controlled by Zach Susky. Couple of different Saints had a piece of that drive by Colston, and the Saints have it back on top 10-5.
I think that was Gisa, but I'm not 100% sure.
There's Harper with a drive, stops, shoots, and scores 2 more.
He's fearless. He was really down on himself after the Berks semifinal loss to Reading, but he came back strong against McDevitt, and so far he's off to a great start.
The only one who doesn't have confidence in the offense of Carmelo Harper is Carmelo Harper. If he's got that, he's going to be another factor. He's got 4 of the Saints' 12, and here's another foul on the other end.
Wow.
That's going to put the Indians on the free throw line as Sloan Marks ends up on the deck. And the foul is going to be called on Johnny Gisa.
I thought he got away with the travel, and I think Snip Esterly did as well before the foul.
So it'll be a 2-shot foul instead for Jakai Sloan Marks. Just a 48% free throw shooter on the season, shooting 2. 2:07 left to go in the first at 12-5 Saints. And Sloan Marks chips away at that with his first of 2 free throws. So Carmelo Harper off the bench with 4 quick ones for the Saints. And 1 out of 2 at the free throw line, and it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Harper. Susquehanna Township's going to get it right back. So good job by Caden Folk to get his hands on it for Susquehanna Township. Last touch by Harper gives it back to Susquehanna Township, down 12-6, 2 minutes to go in the first. Slappy with his hands on the basketball, gives it up in the corner for Sloan Marks, a long way from the basket. Now back for Burnett, off the screen. McCoy, step back for 3 is good. No, it's a 2. Burnett with his toes on the line, turns into a 3-point play for Susquehanna Township, pulls them to within 4. And some confusion on the defense. Harper's all alone underneath him. McCoy finds him.
McCoy, great look. Harper, great cut to the basket. Township fell asleep.
Lots of finger pointing on Susquehanna Township on what they were doing defensively, and it left Carmelo Harper all alone underneath him. McCoy found him. 14-8 as a result. Saints on top. Another turnover, Susquehanna Township, as Burnett could not handle the pass. Turnover number 5 for the Indians.
Yeah, Berks Catholic with just 1 so far, taking care of the basketball. Township with 3-quarter court pressure here.
1:23 to go in the first. It's 14-8, Saints on top. And McCoy still with just 3 of those 14 for Berks Catholic. Altamar out near half court. Got to put the ball on the floor and move because Slappy's guarding it. Now he gives it up for Harper. Now they're going to start the trap on the outside. Harper works his way through, dishes it back. Gisa foul line jumper for 2.
Great play by Harper to Gisa, freshman to sophomore.
16-8 as a result. 4 for Gisa, 6 for Harper. That's 10 of Berks Catholic's 16 points inside of 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, some finger pointing for Susquehanna Township. It's going to be a 5-second violation.
Yeah.
A lot of confusion on the part of the Indians as to what they're in offensively and defensively. And with that, a substitution is Deshaun Roman, a 5'11 junior, will come in. And as of now somebody's coming out. Two people are coming in. Travis Turner coming back in as well, and Folk will come out. So for a moment, there were 6 Susquehanna Township players on the floor as well. 43.7 left to go in the first. Saints on top by 8. Will they hold for 1 here?
I think they're going to try, unless they get as open a shot as they had the last time with Harper.
Altamar has it between the circles, guarded by Slappy. Drives on him. Spits him up in the air. Stripped of the ball. Ball is loose. Picked up for a moment, but taken right back by Altamar. Altamar now will drive to the rack and score 2.
Nice recovery by Brady Altamar. Puts the Saints up 10.
18-8 Berks Catholic, final 12 seconds of the first quarter. In the hands of Burnett, trying to shake loose of McCoy. Gets him up in the air, up with the left hand and scores.
Really nice move by Burnett. I mean, McCoy is right on him. Tight as can be.
Saints, Altamar, 3-quarter court. Good if it goes. It's off the glass, and that will end the first quarter. But a good start for the Berks Catholic Saints. After 8, they lead by 8. Berks Catholic 18, Susquehanna Township 10. District 3 boys 4A semifinal continues after this on WEEU in Reading.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
When it comes to grocery shopping, you're a pro, and Redner's Markets is here to up your game with Redner's Ready. Shop online and save time. Orders can be placed as far as 4 days ahead or as little as 2 hours before pickup at your selected store. Your items are always handpicked, and our personal shoppers will accommodate any special instructions for your grocery needs. Plus, there's no difference between in-store and online pricing, no extra pickup fees, and you can redeem points from your Redner's Rewards membership. Skip the trip with Redner's Ready. Shop online at rednersmarkets.com.
Second quarter basketball presented to you in part by Cross Keys Insurance, an independent insurance agency that can help you find the right policy for auto, home, business, or life insurance needs. With offices in both Reading and Hamburg, Cross Keys Insurance will be the key to your security. Alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. We start quarter number 2 with the Berks Catholic Saints on top of the Susquehanna Township Indians, 18-10.
There's some confusion. The officials noticed some blood either on Kingston McCoy's arm or on his uniform. I'm not sure which.
So looks like they're going to have to switch jerseys.
They're going to switch jerseys. Yep.
So McCoy will switch jerseys.
Can't see with who, but we'll
It
find out.
It was Jonathan Bennett. I thought I saw number 13 heading to the sideline. So a little swap at jerseys. So McCoy will be out. Nope. Bryce Gumby will come in for him. So McCoy on the bench, technically, to start this second quarter. But here's the thing. Berks Catholic's on top 18-10, and a combination of Kingston McCoy and Zach Seske has a grand total of 3 of those 18 points for the Saints.
Yeah, it's a great sign when Berks Catholic's getting production from others. I mean, if you're Township, you want to force the others to beat you, and so far the other Saints have.
Harper with 6, Gisa with 4. Here's Harper driving for 2 more. Little finger roll for Carmelo Harper.
Bob, he is going to be something special. Wow, he is. These last 2 games, he's shown me a lot.
Little weave at the top again for Susquehanna Township. Gumby now guarding Burnett with McCoy at the scorer's table waiting to come back in. Burnett doing much of the offense right now himself. Kick out for a 3 from Roman is no good. Tipped around. And an offensive rebound, and a rarity in this game for either side is that offensive glass. As Ja'Kai Sloan Marks got the rebound and then got fouled. And the foul's going to be called on Bryce Gumby. And with that, Kingston McCoy will come in and Gumby out.
And it looks like he still has his number 2 jersey on, so they must have gotten the blood off the uniform.
So the Saints now with McCoy back on, and Burnett had his chance with McCoy on the bench, and now he's back to guarding Alfonso Burnett. But Burnett does have 6 of their 10 points. Here's a drive by Slappy, no good, rebounded by Harper.
Brady Aldemar is doing a really nice job defensively on Makai Slappy.
20-10, Berks Catholic on top. Ball in the hands of McCoy, guarded by Burnett. Gives it up instead for Gisa. Swinging around to Altamar and then back to McCoy. Now on a switch, it's Turner guarding McCoy. Trying to rub off a screen. He'll pull up for the jumper. No. Rebounded by Deshaun Roman, and back comes the Susquehanna Township Indians, down by 10. And a travel right back. Sloan Marks put the ball on the floor, but first he took a step. That's turnover number 8.
You know, Snip Esterly, the Berks Catholic coach, was concerned about turnovers before the game. If I'm Avery Cloud, I'd be really concerned about Township's 8 turnovers so far here in the first 9.5 minutes.
Jackson Kozik back in the game now for Berks Catholic with the early 2 fouls as Johnny Giesa takes a breather. McCoy from the corner buries the 3.
Great sign for the Saints. McCoy with the range, long range.
Second 3 of the game for McCoy. He's got 48 on the season. The Saint lead, their largest, is now 13 points with 6:20 left to go in the half. Sloan Marks driving on Kozik, stops, plants, spins a couple of times, and off the glass.
Nice move by the freshman. Again, he had 25 against Wyomissing in the quarterfinals, and 2 games before that he had 20. He's averaging 20.1 in his last 3 games.
He's a natural lefty, so you're thinking he's going to spin with his right, and he turns back to go with his left. Susky looking for his first 2, drives, kicks. Harper for 3 is no good. Rebounded by Turner, and the Susquehanna Township has it right back. Quickly up ahead for Slappy, trying to get by Altamar. Can't. McCoy stole it away instead. Saints back the other way in the hands of McCoy, and he's fouled.
That's going to be on Burnett. That's the first foul of the game on Susquehanna Township. Wow, that was also Carmelo Harper's first miss of the night.
And with that, another substitution is Donovan Mitchell, 5'11 senior now, will come in, and Deshaun Roman right back out for Susquehanna Township.
Not the Donovan Mitchell.
No, not
the
that.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
5:41 left to go in the first half. Saints on top by 11. They've got the basketball. Altamar can't get it in bounds. However, 5-second violation is a quick one.
That was a quick 5
Saints
seconds.
with a lot of questions on the look of their face.
Snip Esterly can't believe it, and I can't believe it either. That was a quick 5.
Snip said maybe 4 I'll give you, but I'm not giving you 5. This is a Lancaster Lebanon Lake officiating crew. 5:35 left to go in the half. It's 23-12. Saints on top. Susquehanna Township with the basketball. Right now it's in the hands of Mitchell. Guarded by Harper. Back for Slappy on that weave out top. Altamar's done a great job on Slappy.
He really has.
Posting up down low is Turner. Up and off the glass. No, and rebounded by Susky.
Susky doing great board work again.
Still has not yet scored for Berks Catholic. And that seems almost inevitable. Susky's been a consistent double-digit scorer. McCoy for a long 3. No. And rebounded by Burnett. And back comes Susquehanna Township. Open floor. Look good. Find underneath for Mitchell and
Great
2.
pass by Burnett to the cutting Mitchell.
Makes it a 9-point difference in favor of the Saints at 23-14. Harper now handling the basketball, putting Altamar on the wing. Trying to get by Mitchell. Dangerous pass. And eventually Kozik corrals it. Now the Saints looking for some control. Susquehanna down to the bench trying to implore their team to play a little better defense. Chip away at now a 9-point deficit. Altamar.
Turner bumping McCoy every chance he gets. Trying to keep him from getting close to the basket.
Travis Turner with the assignment of trying to guard Kingston McCoy. And now to Harper. And back out top. Saints showing a lot of patience in this possession. Now 4:10 to go.
Let's see if Township can show patience on defense, and so far the Indians have.
Straight up man-to-man defense for Susquehanna Township. Berks Catholic right now in no hurry as we're inside halfway mark of the second quarter. McCoy beats Turner off the dribble, drives, absorbs a little contact, and finishes for 2.
No harm, no foul, I guess, but nice move by Kingston McCoy.
5 in the second quarter, 8 in the game for McCoy. The lead is back to double digits for the Saints at 25-14. 3:40 left in the first half.
Wow, this is a Susquehanna Township team that's averaging almost 68 points a game. So far, they have just 14.
Sloan Marks may have gotten away with another travel. Step back for 3 is no good. Nothing but Saints underneath on the rebound, and it's McCoy.
Not sure that's what Avery Cloud wanted from his freshman.
McCoy gives it up for Altamar. Altamar not looking to score. He scored early against Bishop McDevitt. Has not looked to score other than that one strong drive to the rim a few moments ago. Trying to free up McCoy on the baseline. Catch and shoot 3 for McCoy is way short. Not a good look that time at all for the Saints. McCoy tried to get it back on a reach-in and fouled instead. Well, you talked with Snip Esley about him in the postgame show about how Kingston kind of stayed within his game, and Snip said, well, with the exception of that one shot. And I think that was that one shot he just took on
so
this
far.
one.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
one where he just gets a little impatient at times and takes a shot that maybe he shouldn't. Bryce Gumby now will check back in for Berks Catholic. Johnny Gisa also back in for the Saints. And into the game for the first time for Susquehanna Township is Randy Pichardo Garcia, a 6'7 sophomore. Into Sloan Marks is taken away by Altamar. Altamar from behind picked his pocket, and now a foul on the other end as bodies collide. Susquehanna Township wanting a jump ball. Foul is going to be called. Is it an offensive foul call?
No, it's on Susquehanna.
It's on
Township.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, it had to be. Just the second team foul on Township in the second quarter.
So not a shooting foul. Saints will inbound underneath. They lead it by 11, 2:42 to go in the first half. Gisa, Altamar, McCoy, Gumby, and Harper. Look for the back door. It's closed. Susquehanna Township took it away. In the open floor, Burnett, off balance leaner, no. Rebounded by Sloan Marks. Put back, yes.
Yeah, he's got a lot of length, a lot of size.
5 points for Sloan Marks, and here comes the pressure from Susquehanna Township. This time a man-to-man, and Snip Esley will call a timeout. 2:19 to go in the first half. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Back to Berks Catholic after this with the Saints on top by 9.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your Erie agent is Cross Keys Insurance. Get a quote today at crosskeysins.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
25-16 is our score. Berks Catholic on top of Susquehanna Township. Saints playing on their home floor. And, of course, the district final will be played at Hershey. The winner of this one will play at Thursday at 4:30 against either Eastern York or Big Spring. That game going on at Eastern York High School as we speak. Eastern York, the 2 seed, Big Spring, the 3 seed. This one is the number 1 seed Saints playing host to the number 5 seed Susquehanna Township. As we talked about, Susquehanna Township beat Wyomissing 65-60. The Saints beat Bishop McDevitt 51-32 in the quarterfinals.
Zach Zusky got a short rest on the bench, back in the game for Berks Catholic. I don't think Snip Esterly liked what he saw without him on the floor.
Yeah, and still has not scored yet. Maybe that changes now in the corner 3. Yes. Nice. Kick out from McCoy, and Susky buries the 3. Here's Sloan Marks with a spin and a score on the other end.
You didn't expect that for him to handle the ball from outside the three-point line to the basket. Really pretty move by the freshman.
He's got 6 of his 7 here in the second quarter, pulls the Indians within 10. McCoy foul line fakes, gets his man up in the air, and will shoot at the line.
Yeah, he wasn't getting that inside like that against the Twin Towers of Bishop McDevitt in the quarterfinals. He's been able to get into the lane several times tonight.
Foul on Susquehanna Township is on Burnett. That's his second.
Yeah, that's not good for them.
So McCoy will shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for anybody for the Saints tonight. They're a 75% free throw shooting team, and McCoy is the same. And he gets a lot of real estate on the first one, but a friendly touch to finish it off.
Yeah, that banged around the rim about 4 or 5 times. It went in. That's all that matters.
This is true. This one will be nothing but net. And it is. 7 in the quarter, 10 in the game for Kingston McCoy. And that puts him over 900 points now in his career. 906 to be exact, with his 10 points right now. And the lead is 12, 30-18. Mitchell tries to go corner, now screen. They try to dump it off inside. It's taken away. Susky with the hands. Another Indian turnover.
Bob, speaking of Twin Towers, Susquehanna Township had 6'6" and 6'7" on the floor, just like McDevitt did with the Randy Pichardo Garcia in the game with Sloan Mitchell.
They have a lot of young and youth. Sloan Marks is a freshman. Pichardo is a sophomore. Here's Susky, fakes the 3, gets Sloan Marks out of his way, drives, blocked by Pichardo Garcia out of bounds. It'll stay Berks Catholic basketball.
Susky trying to draw the foul instead of going right to the basket, got the shot blocked.
52.6 left in the first half. Saints inbound up by 12.
Not sure if Snip Esterly wants a hole for one here. Might be just a little bit too much.
McCoy catch and shoot, corner three, no. Rebounded by Pichardo Garcia, and back comes Susquehanna Township. Burnett in the open floor, little Euro step, lost the handle. Run down by Colston, Indians still keep it with 35 on the first half clock. Burnett trying to get by Altamar. Kicks it around for Mitchell in the paint, no. Rebounded by McCoy.
Now they're going to play
for one
sure.
shot.
Yeah, with 25 seconds left.
In the hands of McCoy at half court with 20. Saints on top by 12 and looking for more to head into the locker room.
I said the other night that Snip Esterly was pretty quiet during the McDevitt game. Not as quiet tonight.
McCoy with 7 to the corner. Altamar for 3. In and out. Rebounded by Harper. Can he beat it? It's a
what a
for
pass.
2.
Oh, my goodness.
Carmelo Harper with the find to Zach Susky for the 2 to beat the buzzer. And the Saints will head to the locker room with their largest lead of the night. After 2 quarters, it is Berks Catholic 32, Susquehanna Township 18. We'll take a timeout, back with our halftime show right after this on 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading.
Sure Stay Plus by Best Western offers a welcoming, comfortable stay for the business or leisure traveler, providing clean and cozy rooms at a reasonable price. Conveniently located at the intersection of Route 12 and North 5th Street in Reading, Sure Stay Plus provides a fresh, hot breakfast buffet, all-day coffee, free fast Wi-Fi, HD TV, fridge and microwave, and much more. Plus, business travelers have access to services such as copying and a meeting space. Call 610-371-0500 to book your stay or visit bestwestern.com.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
They say dogs are man's best friend, so they deserve the very best. Houndstown in Reading is a full-service dog daycare and boarding facility with spacious rooms, quality grooming, and plenty of room for fun. While you're away, the dogs will play. Houndstown has all the enrichment your pet needs for their physical and social health. They offer a variety of spa services like baths, nail trimming, toothbrushing, and dematting. Give Fido the finest at Houndstown, 610-947-1441, or visit houndstownreading.com.
Are your garage doors noisy, squeaky, or moving unevenly? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening and closing them? Don't be left sitting in the driveway. It's time for a tune-up from Overhead Door. Starting at just $99, we'll inspect, lube, and adjust your garage doors so they operate smoothly. Call today and ask for a tune-up special from Overhead Door, your hometown garage door company since 1965. Overhead Door, we're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lincoln Plumbing and Heating. When you need a plumber, get a good one. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Lincoln Plumbing has the experience to help from a leaky faucet to a whole bathroom remodel. Call 610-376-0863 for Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, as honest as their name. Alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. The Berks Catholic Saints jumped out to a 6-0 lead on a couple of threes from Brady Altamar, from Jackson Kozik and from Kingston McCoy. And the Saints have never looked back in this basketball game. They led it by 8 after a quarter, pushed that lead up to double digits to start the second at 23-10 before Susquehanna Township had a little bit of a pushback, but Susquehanna Township only got as close as 9 in the second quarter, and then the Saints finish off quarter number 2 with a couple of excellent possessions and ultimately a brilliant final possession, holding it for one last shot. Kingston McCoy comes up empty. But Carmelo Harper and the Saints came up with a basketball and did not panic, but instead made one extra pass and found Zach Susky underneath for a 2, and the Saints lead it by 14 points at the break.
Let me just talk about that play. There are very, very few players who would have the presence of mind to grab the rebound and look to pass with the clock winding down. For a freshman to do it is incredible and so impressive. Harper has just this presence about him, Bob, that we've seen here in the District 3 tournament in the quarterfinals against McDevitt and again tonight against the semifinals. he just makes smart play after smart play and already has 8 points, halfway to his career high. Yeah, really impressive. But I think it's the story of the game is Berks Catholic's defense. Again, they held McDevitt to a season low in the quarterfinals. Susquehanna Township is averaging almost 68 a game. The Indians have just 18 at the half. Whether it's Josh McCoy, Brady Altamore, or the interior defense, they're doing a terrific job. I think that's the story.
They are absolutely making Susquehanna Township work for everything. And, of course, their defense is also aided by the fact of their patience on the offensive end is going to just limit the number of opportunities you have. And to be honest with you, Rich, as I'm just scanning through this as you're talking about it, the Saints across the board have been extremely patient offensively. The play by Harper at the end personifies that.
Yes.
But Zach Susky didn't force the action. He ends up scoring 5 points in the last couple of possessions. His only real opportunity to score came at the end of the quarter, but he didn't rush it. If there's a player who maybe got caught up in this at all, it was Kingston McCoy. But you'll take that chance.
Yeah, he took one bad shot.
Yeah, but I just think he was forcing some shots in the paint, maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
but
maybe, but trying to get.
Him.
But you want him to do it. He's trying to draw the foul.
He's got like James Bond. He has the license to kill.
Yes, he does. But really, the Saints supporting cast these last two games, a game and a half. We're here at halftime of the semifinals with Berks Catholic up 14. But this last game and a half, the supporting cast has stepped up, and we haven't always seen that during the regular season, but they sure have in the district playoffs.
Yeah, when you talk about the old Al McGuire line of the thing about freshmen is eventually they become sophomores, but Carmelo Harper is still a freshman, and Johnny Giesa is a sophomore. But these two are getting more opportunities now, but they've been practicing all year long, and they've been going and got this all throughout the season and getting better and getting more minutes and ultimately getting opportunities. Giesa's now in the starting lineup because Gavin Walker is now ineligible because of the PIAA transfer rule. His season is effectively over now because of that. He's a junior. He'll be back with the Saints in 2025-26 season. But now where is Gavin Walker and that offense going to come from? A guy who's averaging just around 8 points a game, has 28 threes. Where's that offense going to come from? Where else besides Susky and McCoy is the offense going to come from? Well, it's come from Brady Altamore the other night and Carmelo Harper, and tonight Johnny Giesa as well have all contributed offensively. We said this at the end of the first quarter. Saints were up by 8 at the end of the quarter with a combined 3 points from McCoy and Susky. If they can do that on a regular basis, they are going to be a tough out for a while in February and into March.
I mean, you're looking at it. Kingston McCoy has 10 here at the half. He had 3, has a career low 3 in the quarterfinals. Berks Catholic won by what? Almost 20 against McDevitt.
Correct.
Yeah.
51-32 final score.
Thank you. So, I mean, you're right. If they get this kind of production and defense from the rest of the team, they're going to be difficult out. Speaking of opponents, in the other District 3 4A boys semifinal, it is Eastern York 18, Big Spring 16 with 2 minutes left in the first half. And the winner of that game will play the winner of this game Thursday at 4:30 at Giants Center for the District 3 4A championship.
And just for a point of reference, Eastern York beat Berks Catholic last year in the semifinal round, and the Saints ultimately ended up in the PIAA playoffs. They beat Blue Mountain in the first round and then lost in the second round to Newman Goretti.
And we have a score in a playback game in 4A. Schuylkill Valley trying to get that 5th seed is trailing Boiling Springs 30-29 at the half. So the Panthers would not only need to win tonight, they would have to win later this week in a game for 5th place to make the state tournament. Why I'm missing is in that other game against Bishop McDevitt. I can't find the score, but I'll keep looking as this game goes on.
Wilson girls, the Conner Weiser girls also in action tonight in consolations. Wilson and Conner Weiser girls have already locked up a PIAA playoff berth. They're playing for seeding right now and a little bit of pride as well. 32-18 is our score here. We'll take a timeout with the Saints on top. But our halftime show presented by Lincoln Plumbing and Heating continues after this on WEEU in Reading.
Ahoy! Adelphia Seafood is your neighborhood market for the freshest seafood around, with locations in West Lawn, Fairgrounds Market, and Pottsville. They offer a range of delicious options from crab cakes, clams, fresh organic salmon, and succulent shrimp, as well as convenient take-home dinners and more. For more information or to place an order, Visit AdelphiaSeafood.com or just call one of their stores. Enjoy top quality seafood and exceptional service right in your community at Adelphia Seafood.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's potato chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle cooked chips so much, he turned his kitchen in Berks County into the ultimate snack factory. Now, 60 years later, we're still crafting our chips with the same passion and the finest ingredients, right where it all began. Diefenbach's potato chips, available in all your favorite flavors when you need that PA-crafted crunch.
We continue with our Lincoln Plumbing Heating halftime show, and the Berks Catholic Saints on top of Susquehanna Township by a score of 32-18. Kingston McCoy picking up in quarter number 2 after that 3 points he had at the end of a quarter. McCoy matched that with another 3 in the second, and then a field goal and a couple at the free throw line as well. Ja'Kai Sloan Marks, the freshman, who again had 25 against Wyomissing, held to just 1 point after the first quarter, but did have 3 of the Indian 4 field goals in the second quarter. He's got 7 to lead the way. Alfonso Burnett had 6 points in the first half, all of them in the first quarter, did not score in the second for Susquehanna Township.
Bob, it was interesting when the half ended, it looked like Alfonso Burnett gathered all of his teammates around the key area at the basket in front of their bench. The coaches were on their way to locker room and had a little pep talk, a very spirited pep talk with his teammates. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out here in the beginning of the third quarter.
Again, they have also qualified for the PIAA playoffs, win or lose tonight. Again, the top 5 teams in Class 4A make it into the PIAA playoffs. So the teams in the semifinals, Eastern York, Big Spring, Susquehanna Township, and Berks Catholic, have all ensured themselves of a PIAA playoff berth. And as Rich said a moment ago, Schuylkill Valley and Wyomissing in the chase for that 5th and final playoff berth. They would have to win tonight and then win again in the consolation game on Thursday to get that PIAA playoff berth. Indians have the basketball to start the third quarter with Berks Catholic on top 32-18. And we are back and underway here from Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium on 830 WEEU in Reading. Ja'Kai Sloan Marks, Makai Slappy, Alfonso Burnett, James Colston, and Travis Turner, the 5 who start for the Indians. There's a fake 3 by Sloan Marks. He put it on the floor. Altamar with a quick hand slapped it out of his hands and out of bounds. It'll stay Susquehanna Township basketball.
Yeah, Altamar's played terrific defense all night, particularly against Makai Slappy.
Inbounds pass for Sloan Marks. His 3 is good.
Wow. He hit his first 8 shots against Wyomissing and then missed his next 8.
21st 3.
Obviously, he's a streaky shooter.
21st 3 of the season, and he's in double figures for the 18th time with 10, and the lead is 11 for Berks Catholic on their first possession of the second half. Johnny Gisa, along with Brady Altamar, Zach Susky, Jackson Kozik, and Kingston McCoy for the Saints against the man-to-man defense of Susquehanna Township. Ball in the hands of McCoy, drives on Turner, finishes with an easy 2.
Really pretty move by Kingston McCoy on the left side.
12 for McCoy, and it's a 13-point Saint lead again. Burnett guarded by McCoy off the Colston screen. McCoy fights through. Little body and up between the 2. Drives inside. Blocked and controlled by McCoy. Saints have it back.
Burnett really trying to get the ball inside against
Susky
McCoy.
Faked the 3. Faked again. Gave it up for Altamar, who drives inside. Absorbs a little contact and scores 2 more.
Sniff Esterly would love nothing better than for Brady Altamar to look for his shot when he's open. That's his second basket of the night.
Saints lead reaches 15 for the first time at 36-21. 6:15 to go in the third. Catch and shoot by Sloan Marks, and it's a travel again.
Yeah.
He does it almost every time he touches the ball.
Yeah,
he doesn't think so, but everybody else does.
Yeah, he's gotten away with a couple traveling violations in this game so far, and that one, the LL crew got him.
So the Saints regain possession on the 13th turnover of the night for Susquehanna Township. McCoy needs some help as he picks up his dribble, finds Susky, and then back for Kozik outside.
Bob, you made a great point. Berks Catholic is showing terrific patience on offense.
McCoy, deliberate, drives and rolls for 2 more.
You know, Avery Cloud's getting close here to calling a timeout. Well, he's going to make a change. He's going to send Donovan Mitchell into the game here at the next stoppage.
McCoy not so much settling for jumpers now.
No.
He's taking it to the hole for both of his field goals, and the lead reaches 17.
Yeah, there's
the timeout by Susquehanna Township. It's a 30-second timeout by the Indians. We'll keep it here with Berks Catholic right now in control. 5:36 to go in the third. Saints on top by 17 points.
Yeah, there's a lot of talking amongst the Indians, a lot of finger pointing, and that's not good.
We've talked about the turnover at Susquehanna Township, and Avery Cloud trying to bring some stability back to the program. And he comes from a very stable environment. He was an assistant with Kirk Smallwood at Harrisburg for a number of years. And Susquehanna Township, as Rich talked about it, we talked about it in the pregame show, there's a great history of basketball, great history of athletics at Susquehanna Township. And it's just a matter of trying to get these guys to play under a system. And that's kind of where this comes off their rails at sometimes. And that's when the finger pointing starts, because they are just not accustomed to winning. They were 9-13 a year ago.
The one thing I could tell about Alfonso Burnett, he is a competitor. You can just see it on his face. He's frustrated a little bit by Kingston McCoy's defense, but he is intense.
And headed to Kutztown University, play football as a defensive back for the Golden Bears. 5:30 to go, and the ball kicked out of bounds off of Susquehanna Township, and they'll turn over again.
That's 13 turnovers for Township compared to 4 for Berks Catholic.
The Saints with a 17-point lead get it back, and the Indians will again full court press. They get it into McCoy, and then Susquehanna Township kind of pulls back the pressure. McCoy takes it across half court, gives it up for Altamar. McCoy will go to work, working off of some screens from Gisa, and right back to Altamar.
Mitchell guarding McCoy, trying to stop him.
Swing it back and around for Gisa. Outside the three-point arc. Sophomore drives and kicks it to Susky in the corner. Susky with Burnett guarding him. Drives, stops, plants, kicks it out. Altamar fakes the three. He'll drive inside. Had a layup, gave it up because of Sloan Mark's defense, and then turns it over.
Yeah, he couldn't get – he ran into Sloan Marks, who has considerable size.
Kick out for Sloan Marks. Fakes the three, drives for two. Blocked by McCoy and controlled again. Second time in this quarter that Kingston McCoy has blocked a shot and controlled the ball. And now the freshman guards Sloan Marks, and Avery Cloud's trying to implore them to switch up. McCoy going to take him to school. Drives and finishes.
No answer for that. Township has no answer for the drive by McCoy. And the Saints have their biggest lead of the night.
The freshman just got frustrated because McCoy blocked him on the other end, and he wanted to try to get it back. And Kingston was just trying to toy with him a little bit, and he took him to school. And the lead is 19 as a result, 40-21. Burnett trying to get it back. Drives, kicks, swing it to the corner instead. And now back outside for Colston and Slappy. Colston sets the screen. Screen and roll deflected by Susky. Right to Burnett. Halfway through the third. Burnett trying to drive on McCoy. Kick it back. Mitchell for three. No. Rebounded by Gisa. 40-21, Berks Catholic on top.
After Sloan Marks opened the half with a three, Township has had nothing.
It's an 8-point run for the Saints instead. Susky to add to it from the right side for three. In and out. And rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Altamar from behind will pick his pocket and take it right back. To Kozik, to Susky with a left-hander two.
Pretty play all the way around, starting with Brady Altamar's steal.
Never saw him coming from behind. Here's Turner on the other, Colston on the other side. No, dushes it off for Burnett on the offensive rebound, and Alfonso Burnett will shoot two. Susquehanna Township quickly pushing it up the floor after the made bucket by Zach Susky to make it a 21-point Saint advantage. But now Alfonso Burnett is at the free throw line to shoot two for the Indians.
Second foul on Kingston McCoy, first in the quarter for Berks Catholic.
Burnett's first, no good. 63% free throw shooter was 2 for 2. Carmelo Harper will check into the game for the first time for Berks Catholic here in this second half as Kozik will come out.
I was wondering when Snip, how long he was going to wait to put him back in the game. He gave them such a lift in the first half.
Kozik had a couple of early fouls in the first quarter, so they went to Harper early in the first, and he had 8 first-half points as Burnett goes 1 out of 2. 7 for Burnett. It's a 20-point Berks Catholic lead. 42-22, Saints on top. Township, interestingly enough, does not pressure.
I was wondering the same thing. They called off the press. Slappy doesn't look happy. He's just shaking his head.
Like, what are we doing? Why aren't we? So the Saints will be more than deliberate now. If they weren't deliberate before, they're really going to be deliberate now with 2:50 to go in the third.
And it looks like they're sagging a little bit off guys.
Susky drives, absorbs some contact.
That's going to be on Sloan Marks.
First foul in the period,
I believe,
against Susquehanna Township.
Yep. I mean, that's only the fourth foul committed by Susquehanna Township all night.
First in the second half, Saints inbound underneath. Susky, Gisa, Harper, Altamar, and McCoy for Berks Catholic. Inbounds for McCoy at left corner. Guarded now by Mitchell. Third different defender on McCoy. McCoy drives, kicks it to Susky, right side for three. No. Rebounded by Alfonso Burnett. He wants to push. Kick out for Mitchell. Thought about the three, decided not to. Swinging around now for Sloan Marks. And now for Slappy, who has been quiet so far tonight. Had a three early, and they misses a three here, and it's rebounded by Gisa and Berks Catholic.
Yeah, Slappy averaging, the leading scorer for Susquehanna Township, averaging almost 15 a game. He has just that three in the first quarter. That's it. Maybe that's why he looks disgruntled on the court.
2:05 left to go in the third. Saint lead is 20. Susky off the McCoy screen. Pull up right elbow. Yes.
Yeah, there's no rush, but that was wide open elbow jumper for Susky. Saints have doubled Susquehanna Township's score, up 22.
Burnett with a hard drive, lost the handle on it. Last touch by McCoy. Yeah, to your point, it almost looked like Susky was like, I don't really think I should shoot here, but I'm wide open.
Yeah.
I got to shoot.
Got to shoot it.
And
yeah,
now
they're
it's
open.
Now a timeout by Susquehanna Township comes with 1:48 left to go in the third quarter. We'll keep it here with the Indians trailing Berks Catholic by a 44-22 score.
Bob, it was the story Thursday night in the quarterfinals against McDevitt. It's the story of the night here. Berks Catholic's defense has been, outstanding, exceptional, whatever you want to say it. This is what they relied on all season. Susquehanna Township, I'll say it again, is averaging almost 68 points a game. They have 22 here late in the third quarter. Just a tremendous defensive effort by the Saints.
It's a 12-4 quarter so far here in the third, with 1:48 left to go in period number 3, and the Saints have changed what was a 14-point lead at halftime to a now 22-point lead late here in the third. High school basketball presented by Savage Auto Group tomorrow night, District 3 Boys 6A Semifinal. Governor Mifflin Mustangs, Central Dauphin Rams will be live on the radio and with our free video coverage as well at 8:30 WEEU Sports on YouTube, beginning at 6:45 from Central Dauphin High School.
So, Bob, we have a halftime score in that other 4A boys semifinal. Big Spring has taken the lead 22-20 over Eastern York. Halftime.
So, again, the winner of that meets the winner of this Thursday at 4:30 in Hershey. And here's a drive.
It's going to be on Gisa.
By Sloan Marks, tied up by Gisa on the foul. His second is the Saints' second as well, not a shooting foul. Indians inbound underneath. 1:43 left in the third. Trying to free up Slappy on the inbounds. Catch and shoot, tough shot, well short. And rebounded by Zach Susky and Berks Catholic.
Slappy's trying to free up Slappy.
Desperation mode for Susquehanna Township. Harper left alone, kicks it around for Susky. McCoy wanted a cut. They wouldn't let him get through. Now he has it. Goes baseline, partially blocked, and controlled by Donovan Mitchell. Sloan Marks got a piece of it. Indians in the open court. Nice find. Slappy back to Mitchell for two. Makes it a 20-point game again at 44-24. Up the other end, Harper, no. Rebounded by Mitchell. Back comes the Indians. Susquehanna Township in their kind of game. Up from the foul line, no. Tipped out. Burnett tries to control it. Bounced it off his own foot and out of bounds to the Indians.
Yeah, but it might be a little too later, Bob. They're down 20 here in the final minute of the third quarter. A little out of control there, too, on that possession.
Mitchell out and Deshaun Roman in for the Indians with a minute left to go in the third.
Mitchell gave them a nice lift.
Yeah, he did.
He did some very nice things.
So the Saints have the basketball with a 20-point lead inside of a minute to go in the third.
Deshaun Roman talking to Kingston McCoy. Let's see how that works out.
Not necessarily the best ingredient for success as
Let's
McCoy
see
has it. And Roman guards him. And poked out of bounds and a foul.
Yeah. It's going to be on Roman, his first, team second.
.3 left in the third.
Roman looked incredulous, as most players do when they get a foul called on them.
And inbounds right back to McCoy. Giesa comes out and sets a screen. Boy picked up his dribble. Now he's in trouble. He finds Altamar, who finds Susky, who finds a layup.
Really nice teamwork, ball movement by the Saints.
And a foul as well. It's going to put Susky at the free throw line. Foul call came in late, but Zach Susky made the bucket and gets fouled.
I think that's on, is it on Roman or is it on Marks? It's on Sloan Marks. Sloan Marks. That's his second, team third.
So Susky at the free throw line to finish off a three-point play. Great find from McCoy to Altamar to Susky for the bucket. And Susky turns it into a three-point play at the free throw line. 7 in the quarter, 12 in the game for Susky. 16th time this season he's been in double figures. He'll take a breather. Jackson Kozik back in. Johnny Giesa comes out. Bryce Gumby back in for the Saints, who now lead it by 23.
Two very productive games back-to-back for Susky. Had 9 points and 10 rebounds in the quarterfinal win over McDevitt.
Final 20 seconds of the third quarter. Saint lead is 23. Out with 10 seconds to go. Slappy off the Sloan Mark screen. Altamar fights through it. Step back for two. Well off the mark. McCoy with 2 seconds to go. Stolen back. It's loose on the floor, and that's how the third quarter will end. Another productive 8 minutes of basketball for the Berks Catholic Saints, and they are now 8 minutes from a trip to Hershey. After 3, Berks Catholic 47, Susquehanna Township 24. Back with those final 8. High school basketball presented by Savage Auto Group continues after this on WEEU in Reading.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all. From residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Elite Fuel Services has been one of Berks County's best-kept secrets for more than 20 years. They're a full-service heating and cooling company. Not only do they deliver heating oil, propane, diesel fuel, and gasoline, Elite also has a full HVAC team that is ready to tackle any of your heating or cooling needs. Just a quick Google search away, Elite Fuel Service. Read the reviews and give them a call. You'll feel part of the Elite Fuel family, giving you the peace of mind you deserve.
We start the fourth alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. 47-24, Berks Catholic on top of Susquehanna Township. So the lead right now for the Saints, almost the same amount as what Susquehanna Township has produced offensively. After a 15-6 difference in the third quarter, Saints lead it by 23. Indians have 24 points, 47-24.
Bob, the other 4A boys semifinal, a little different. It's Big Spring 29, Eastern New York 28. Halfway through the third quarter, going back and forth in that game.
Saints have it to start the fourth quarter. Bryce Gumby, Carmelo Harper, Brady Altamar, Jackson Kozik, Kingston McCoy. Kozik wrap around for McCoy, blocked by Sloan Marks, rebounded by McCoy, scores it and fouled. So Sloan Marks got the block, McCoy got it back, got the bucket, and then fouled by Roman.
Roman
so
second.
And McCoy will get the bucket, has 18, and looking for one more at the free throw line.
Great ball movement by Berks Catholic against Township's pressure.
A good find by Kozik on the wraparound for McCoy. Free throw is no good. And run down by Gumby. The Saints get another look. Kick out for Harper, and the Saints can run their offense.
Yeah, they're just going to run clock here, up 25.
Gumby goes around the pressure. Makes the Indians chase the double team, and they find an open man, and Snip Esley will call a timeout. It could be a 30-second timeout for Berks Catholic. Snip seeing something he wasn't happy with, so he'll call the timeout.
Might have been the half-court offense against the trap. But they looked like they were in good shape, though. They had the ball. Altamar looked like he was looking for somebody cutting.
This fourth quarter brought to you in part by Cross Keys Insurance, an independent insurance agency that can help you find the right policy for auto, home, business, or life insurance needs. With offices in both Reading and Hamburg, Cross Keys Insurance will be the key to your security. 7 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in this one. Again, the Saints will play for the district final on Thursday at 4:30.
Bob, we have a score from Wyomissing. This is a playback game. It is Bishop McDevitt 30, Wyomissing 22 at the half.
So the Spartans playing for their playoff life. As the inbounds goes to McCoy, who drives, dumps it off for Kozik, too high off the glass, no, and rebounded by Susquehanna Township. Up ahead for Roman, who drives, tries to spin, dumps it back, and it's for Burnett, who misses, gets his own rebound, dumps it back for Roman to the baseline for Mitchell, and now Slappy picks it up. Drive and a kick. And now Mitchell tries to do the same. Slappy drives on Harper and gets fouled.
Slappy's determined to score. He is so frustrated right now. Harper picks up his first foul, team first of the fourth quarter. Slappy averaging, the leading scorer for Susquehanna Township, averaging almost 15 a game. He has just 3 on a three-pointer in the first quarter.
Shooting 2 here, where he is an 80% free throw shooter. And the junior makes the first. He's had, talking about his three-point shooting, he has had 6 games in which he's had 5 or more threes, including a game his season high against Milton Hershey, where he had 6 threes and had 20 points. Makes the first and the second here. Gives him 5 points on the night. Makes it 49-26, and here comes that pressure we were missing the last time for Susquehanna Township. They've got Gisa trapped and now forced to travel.
Yeah, that's just the second turnover this half by the Saints. Just 6 for the game.
Susquehanna Township got a hand on the ball, and that forced to travel. Here's the screen open for Sloan Marks. His 3 is well off. Harper couldn't catch it and stepped out of bounds. Goes right back to the Indians.
Yeah, Sloan Marks does a little shuffle. Every time he tries to make a move, he shuffles his feet.
Been called 3 times for a travel as a result. Mitchell kicks it back for Burnett. Burnett quiet in the second half, drives on McCoy and finishes this time.
I think McCoy just wanted to make sure that he didn't foul him. Burnett, though, gets his first field goal in the second half.
9 now for Burnett after a 6-point first quarter. Dangerous pass and catch by Gisa. And back to McCoy to beat the 10-second violation. Saints have it in their front half, and McCoy took a shot.
Took a shot in the gut.
Look inside for Susky, and there's a foul. And Kingston McCoy needed it.
Yeah, he's trying to catch his breath right now. This is going to be on Roman. He got 3 quick ones. That's his 3rd foul, team's 2nd. Bob Wilson in a 6A girls seeding game. Wilson 37, Manheim Township 17, fourth quarter.
McCoy catch and shoot 3 in a nasty look at Roman after that shot to the belly.
Yeah.
Kingston McCoy buries the 3. He's got 21.
I guess he caught his breath.
52-28 Saints inside of 6 minutes to go. Slappy pulls up for 3, well off. McCoy has the rebound. Kicks it up for Harper. Up ahead for Gisa and beat the pressure and back to Harper. Avoids the trap, gives it up for Altamar. There's the baseline 2 for Susky that's no good. Rebounded by Sloan Marks.
Good shot, open shot.
Sloan Marks from one end to the other off the glass. Count the bucket and a foul.
Yeah, he's going to be a nice player, a very nice player for Susquehanna Township over the next 3 years.
Foul is going to be called on Harper. That's his 2nd, team's 2nd. Putting Sloan Marks to the free throw line. Caden Folk will check back in now for Susquehanna Township, and Slappy will come out. Sloan Marks had just 1 point at the end of a quarter, had 6 in the second, and is now at 12 with a free throw shot coming his way here. And that's no good.
Gisa.
Another nice rebound by Gisa.
Really. You know, I saw him standing next to Sloan Marks. Sloan Marks is listed timeout here.
Trapped at the half court and a foul instead. Voiding the timeout was Harper was trapped.
Looks like it's on Mitchell, I believe.
That'll be the team's third.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of. Oh yeah, Gieser was standing next to Sloan Marks, and Sloan Marks is listed at 6'6". If that's true,
yes,
Gieser's about 6'3", 6'4".
For sure, he's at least 6'4", and he is just
Let's see
getting
who this
taller
is
and
on.
taller. Another foul called against Susquehanna Township. That's going to be 4 against the Indians. The next one will put the Saints
That's
at
on
the free
Roman.
throw line.
Roman hasn't played much, but he has 4 fouls.
So if Berks Catholic will inbound one more time, and then after this, they'll go to the free throw line.
And he's like holding and clutching Kingston McCoy.
Here comes the trap, and there's the foul by Sloan Marks.
That's 3 on him, but that's the 5th team foul. Brady Altamar will go to the line.
So Altamar at the free throw line for the first time tonight, a 67% free throw shooter.
Bob, with 2 minutes left in the third quarter in the other 4A boys semifinal, it's Big Spring 36, Eastern York 30. Big Spring was the team that knocked off Schuylkill Valley in the quarterfinals.
Altamar missed everything on the first free throw.
Yeah.
Very uncharacteristic of Brady, who's kind of waiting impatiently for the ball. As Susquehanna Township again will substitute. They get Slappy back in, Roman out. And somebody
Mitchell
taking an escort to the seats, to the exit ramp from the Susquehanna Township faithful. Some things are tradition here at Berks Catholic.
Short
and
again.
Another off the rim by a lot for Brady Altamar. Very unusual.
Very.
Here's Sloan Marks for 3, top of the key, back iron. McCoy skies above everybody, come down with a rebound for Berks Catholic. There's the trap, finds Susky, who gets it in the front court, spins it around, and waits for the trap. McCoy has it at the free throw line, works his way through traffic, stripped and taken away.
Okay.
Up the other end of the floor is Burnett for 2. Susquehanna Township trying to create chaos, and that's what they love to do. That's their MO. Here's the trap again on McCoy, spins out of the trap, picked up his dribble, needs help, has Gisa. And there's a timeout called by Berks Catholic.
Yeah.
Snip Basley will bail them out.
Yeah, Zusky was open on our side of the floor, and he's yelling at Kingston McCoy, I think, to get the ball to him. Nobody was near Zusky.
Right. So they're trying to avoid the trap and trying to see over the top of the trap and find the open man. So Snip Basley calls the timeout with 4:41 now left to go in the basketball game, but still a 20-point Berks Catholic lead at 52-32. Listening at 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading. High school basketball presented to you in part by Savage Auto Group. We thank all of our sponsors who have made this happen for you all throughout the season, and our coverage continuing. And we're headed to Hershey when this one is all said and done, at least for one. We'll find out how much more with tomorrow night's 3 more semifinals. Again, why missing girls at Northern Lebanon tomorrow at 7. The Exeter boys in Class 5A are at York Suburban at 7. And then our game, Governor Mifflin at Central Dauphin. That tips at 7 as well. We'll have that one for you tomorrow night on the radio and on our free video stream as well.
Bob, in a 4A boys playback game, Schuylkill Valley trails Boiling Springs 44-34 after 3 quarters. If Schuylkill Valley doesn't rally, the Panthers' season will be over. And they've had a really nice season as well.
Right, so both Wyomissing and Schuylkill Valley, at best, only one of them can get out of there to get that 5th and final playoff spot in Class 4A. And here's again is the trap. This time McCoy does see over the tap. So too does Altamar and finds Susky. And that's what Snip Esley was barking about before the timeout. These Saints listen. They got it up the floor. They found the open man, and now they'll try to run some clock. Any foul puts the Saints on the line. McCoy for Gisa, underneath for Susky, no. Yeah. Gets his own rebound, put back, yes,
Great work.
Foul.
Great work by Zach Susky. But I don't think Snip Esley wants contested shots if he can avoid it at this time.
Susky does a great job underneath the glass. He's not real tall. It's 6 foot.
No, he's not, but he has a knack for getting the rebound. I'm not sure who that foul was on, though, Bob. Was it?
So Susky at the free throw line after the foul.
It's on Slappy, his first.
So Susky to try to finish off the three-point play. And does. Turns out to be a 15-point game plus now for Zach Susky after the slow start. But the lead now is 55-32 Berks Catholic. Burnett trying to drive on McCoy. Partially blocked by McCoy. Rebounded by Susky. The Saints have it right back. Susky trapped underneath the basket. Finds Harper, who cannot save it. Berks Catholic will turn it over.
Yeah, Susquehanna Township should have been doing this from the start of the game. Playing full court pressure and with this kind of energy.
4:04 still to play. Saints turn it over in the backcourt, and the Indians, trailing by 23, have the ball back. Burnett up high for Folk, and back to Burnett off the screen, swings it around. Sloan Marks. Dribble drive, and the finish, and a foul.
Yeah, Geese has got to let him go with a 23-point lead at this point. Just let him go. Let him score.
So he gets the bucket and the foul on Giesa.
And that's what Snip Esterly is telling him right now. Just let him go.
So Sloan Marks at the free throw line for the second time after going 0 for 1 the last time.
He's going to be a nice player. He is a nice player. He's going to be something terrific. Oh,
just a ninth grader. Here's a ball deflected in the open floor and taken away again by Susquehanna Township.
And they turned it over.
Indians are just about to turn it over. Nice play by Mitchell. And bounce it off of Brady Altamar. It's going to stay Susquehanna Township basketball.
And that was a bad pass by Kingston McCoy. And he doesn't make mistakes like that.
Saints had 5 turnovers through 3 quarters. They've got 4 in this fourth quarter. Slappy kicks it back for Burnett. 3:35 left to go in the game. 21-point advantage for the Saints. Burnett, again, driving on McCoy. Kicks it to Mitchell, who has to run it down in the corner. Slappy off the screen for 3. No. Tipped, controlled by Mitchell. Indians have another look. Sloan Marks drives. McCoy picks him up. With the right hand this time, no, and out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. Saints will get it back again, and the Indians will again continue to pressure them. 3:12 left to go. Altamar tied up, held, and fouled.
And that's going to be on Mitchell. And you know what? Again, Township should have been doing this at least to start the second half.
And so Altamar now will shoot 2. Again, Brady, pretty good free throw shooter at 67% on the season, but missed the last 2 badly. So if he makes the adjustment here for the 2 free throws he's got coming.
Wow, we have a final in the 6A girls bracket. It was Wilson 47, Manheim Township 24. So I believe the Bulldogs will be playing for 5th place later this week. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Wednesday or Thursday? I'm not sure.
No, it should be on Thursday. I think the consolation, I think all the consolation games are the same day as the final. So I think they would play on Thursday as well. So again, the Bulldogs are already in.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whether what place they finish, and that ultimately determines who you play in the first round. If Altamar misses them both, and it remains a 21-point Saint lead, Slappy drives and changes that to 19 as he scores.
Yeah, his first field goal since the first quarter.
Suddenly it's 55-36. Harper to Altamar to Susky in the corner, and now they'll rush.
No rush for the Saints.
Harper through traffic, dishes it off for Altamar and McCoy.
He held it
to Harper, and almost turned it over, and did. Saints turn it over again. Back comes Mitchell to Slappy. Takes the 3, pulls up for 2, no. Tipped, rebounded by Harper. And fouled, but no whistle. There's the whistle. It's getting very
chippy,
very physical.
Yeah, very.
Susquehanna Township's doing what they're supposed to do, which is the foul, but they're fouling and grabbing. And the whistles are slow. That's all I'm going to say.
And they're going
to stop right there.
And I don't blame Susquehanna Township because they're going to be aggressive until it's called.
Right.
Don't blame them at all.
Nope. So Harper will shoot 2 for Berks Catholic in the double bonus. And there's one for Harper, his first points since early in the second. A great first quarter and a great assist to finish off the second quarter, send the Saints to the locker room with a 14-point lead. finding Zach Susky to beat the buzzer.
Might be a candidate for play of the game.
We'll find that out during our Pizza Como Temple postgame show as Harper makes them both. Makes it a 57-36 Saint lead. Ball deflected away from Burnett. Turned over by Susquehanna
Nice
Township.
play by Zach Susky. He knocked it loose, and McCoy picked it up.
Saints across half court.
No rush.
To Susky as the cutter. Lost a handle on it. Turned it over. Right back to Susquehanna Township.
Well, Snip Esterly is not going to be happy, even though the Saints are up 21 with 2 minutes left. It's got a lot of teaching moments here with the Saints committing 6 turnovers here in the fourth quarter.
So good through the first 3. His Sloan Marks works his way through traffic and then gets fouled again. He'll be back at the line to shoot 2 more. This, I believe, was called on Harper.
I think, yeah.
So that's going to be his 3rd. And Sloan Marks will shoot 2. Might just stick around for our Pizza Como Temple postgame show. Words with Snip Esterly. He'll cool off by then. Don't worry about it. Our Reading Fight Phil's player of the game and our American Diner play of the game, and a rundown of the scoreboard as we know it as well, all during our Pizza Como postgame show. Sloan Marks makes the first of 2. Kozik out. Gisa back in for the Saints with 2:01 left to go in this one.
In the other 4A boys semifinal, after 3 quarters, Big Spring 40, Eastern York 34.
So that one going to the wire. That one at Eastern York High School as Sloan Marks makes them both. 57-38 our score. 2 minutes left to go. McCoy again picks up his dribble.
Yeah, I'm not sure of that.
And then gives it up for Harper, who gets it across half court, who finds Altamar, who's poked away from behind. Ball is loose on the floor. Susky and Burnett tie it up. And a foul.
Any point?
Both guys were wearing number 0, so it's going to be on Susky.
That's
his first. It's the Saints' 4th. No, it's the Saints' 5th, so they're going to shoot on the other end. So Alfonso Burnett will shoot 2 as a result of the scramble, loose ball, and a foul call.
Yeah, you mentioned it, but I don't think Snip Esterly is pleased with this crew in particular.
Burnett first at the line, no good. Burnett now 3 out of 5 at the free throw line as Roman will now check back in for Susquehanna Township, and Slappy will come out. 1:48 left to play in the game. Burnett makes the second. 5 1/4, 12 in a game for Alfonso Burnett. 57-39 now our score with 1:48 to play.
Bob, you wonder when if Avery Cloud calls off the press.
McCoy beats the pressure, now needs help, finds it in Altamar. Now around for McCoy.
They want to foul Altamar, of course, because he struggled from the line tonight.
McCoy gives it up for Harper. He gives it back for Altamar, and now to Gisa, but they do foul Altamar. The best leave a little words of encouragement for him. So don't worry about it. You got these. Go shoot 2 free throws.
Then on Mitchell, it's his 4th.
So Brady Altamar back at the free throw line.
He made some big free throws.
Yes, he did.
The other night against Bishop McDevitt, that's for sure.
The path to a career high 12 points in that game.
6 for 6 in the fourth quarter against McDevitt.
The words helped as he makes the first. Suddenly the basket a little bit bigger now to Brady Altamar.
Once you see it go through. Once you see the ball go through.
Roman out, Mitchell back in for the Indians. Second is short, rebounded by Burnett. 58-39 our score. Mitchell drives, wild shot off the glass, gets his own rebound, stripped and taken away by McCoy. McCoy in the open floor will put on the brakes. Pass across for Harper. Freshman will drive, dump it off for Susky and a layup.
Yeah, nice play, heady play by Carmelo Harper.
60-39 Saints, 1:07 to play. Sloan Marks tied up and fouled. Gisa will get called for another foul. That's going to be his 4th, and it puts Sloan Marks back at the free throw line shooting 2 more.
I'm not sure about that one. That's all.
Looks like a pretty good job of tying him up.
He looked like a really good defensive job.
So Sloan Marks will shoot 2 free throws again. First is good.
He doesn't look like a 47% free throw shooter.
He did in the first 2, but not in the next 3. He's made 3 in a row. Gisa out, Kozik back in, Bryce Gumby in, and Brady Altamar out now for the Saints. With 1:05 left to play in the ballgame. Berks Catholic, after finishing or getting beat in the semifinals last year, back to the district championships. They won back-to-back in 22 and 23. Looking for another one in 25. As Kozik is tied up, it ends up in the hands of Harper, who's fouled. Stops the clock with 55 seconds to go.
That's it for Sloan Marks. That's number 5.
So he will foul out
with 17.
And Carmelo Harper is back at the free throw line to shoot 2. Harper at the line for the second time in the quarter after going 2 for 2 earlier. 80% free throw shooter on the season.
The other semifinal continues to be tight. Big Springs 46, Eastern York 44, 3:57 to go.
Harper's second also no good, so it stays a 20-point advantage for the Saints with 50 seconds to go in the ballgame. Caden Folk will drive. The Saints will let him score without committing a foul. So a quick 2, and the pressure is still coming from Susquehanna Township. And there's a bump and a foul on Mitchell.
And that's 5 on Mitchell.
The Saints will get probably a free throw practice before the game's over with tonight.
Yeah, Saints are a 75% free throw shooting team, struggling a little bit from the line, or this lead would be close to 25, 27 points.
Mitchell now will foul out. Roman back in as Susky will shoot 2 for the Saints. First one, no good.
Wow.
And he missed them both. So it remains an 18-point game with 35 seconds to go in the ballgame. Slappy threw it right to Kamara Harper.
And they're still pressing and trapping. Yep.
Are they fouling?
Wow.
Yep. Sure, why not? It's only an 18-point game. They could miss another one.
Yep.
Bryce Gumby will shoot 2 now for Berks Catholic.
Extending the game, I guess.
Snip Basley will now begin to clear his bench with 24 seconds left to go. Gumby misses the first.
Wow.
I have
I've
a
never
good
seen
idea what's going to happen tomorrow at practice.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody but Gumby. With 24 seconds left to go, Berks Catholic is moving on to the district championships on Thursday.
Bob, I have 5 for 16 for the Saints from the line this quarter. That is 6 for 17.
And Gumby makes the free throw and then takes a punch to the stomach. As a drive and a shot, no good. Rebounded on the other end by Berks Catholic. Gumby across half court. Up ahead. Douglas misses. Rebounded by Susquehanna Township. The final seconds will tick down. Slappy will not bother to take a shot. And that will do it. Berks Catholic wins the ball game, and they are headed to Hershey to play for the district championship. They win it tonight over Susquehanna Township by a final score of 61-42. We'll take a timeout. Back with our Pizza Como postgame show after this on WEEU in Reading.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, our team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with professionalism and care. Call today at 610-678-9080. Judd Firestone Plumbing, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
Looking for a game-winning play for your next tailgate or get-together? Score big this season with trays from Chick-fil-A. Delicious chicken nuggets and chicken strips, fruits and garden salads, chocolate chunk cookies, and their delicious mac and cheese. Make a play with Chick-fil-A and you'll be a winner every time. Visit Chick-fil-A at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Chick-fil-A voted America's favorite fast food restaurant. Sure Stay Plus by Best Western offers a welcoming, comfortable stay for the business or leisure traveler, providing clean and cozy rooms at a reasonable price. Conveniently located at the intersection of Route 12 and North 5th Street in Reading, Sure Stay Plus provides a fresh, hot breakfast buffet, all-day coffee, free fast Wi-Fi, HD TV, fridge and microwave, and much more. Plus, business travelers have access to services such as copying and a meeting space. Call 610-371-0500 to book your stay or visit bestwestern.com.
Welcome to the Pizza Como Tempo postgame show. Pizza Como is a family-owned business going strong on the 5th Street Highway for over 50 years, serving the finest Italian dishes, Berks County's best variety of Italian sandwiches, and legendary pizza. Right next door is The Yard, a virtual golf experience to keep your game sharp all year round. And if you love sports cards and memorabilia, stop in to buy, sell, or trade. Pizza Como in The Yard, 4600 5th Street Highway in Temple. Well, the Saints scored the first 6 points in this ballgame, and they never relinquished that lead at any point in time. They had opened up to an 8-point lead after a quarter at 18-10, and then a 14-point game after 3. And Berks Catholic really put this thing away in the third quarter, where the defense for the Saints really went to work, and they shut down Susquehanna Township 15-6 in that third quarter. And that allowed Berks Catholic to put some separation between themselves and Susquehanna Township. And the Saints are marching on to Hershey with a 61-42 victory tonight over Susquehanna Township. Rich Scarcella is down on the floor. He's got Snip Esterly and our player of the game, Zach Susky. Rich, take it away.
Thanks, Bob. I'm here with Berks Catholic coach Snip Esterly, Berks Catholic senior Zach Zusky after the Saints' 61-42 win over Susquehanna Township in the District 3 4A semifinals. Let's talk to Zach first. Zach, you guys have played terrific defense in these two district games. What is it about it? Are you giving a better effort as a team, or what is it exactly?
Yeah, we kind of focus on defense at practice the most. Coach wants us to get up, get rebounds, box out. So, yeah, that's kind of our main focus, and we play off that.
You've had two really nice games, 9 points and 10 rebounds in the first round. Tonight, 17 and I think 8. Have you been rebounding the ball that effectively all year? Because we can't remember that you've been like near double figures both games.
Yeah, I mean, I've been grabbing rebounds all year, not like I have the past two games, but I'm just happy that I'm down there, jumping up high, grabbing the ball, and getting back on defense and pushing the ball.
What's the secret against the taller teams? You played Twin Towers Thursday against McDevitt and Twin Towers again tonight. What's the secret?
Yeah, you just kind of gotta watch the ball come off the rim. I kind of get a good idea of where it's gonna bounce off, so I just jump up and lands in my hands most of the time.
What does it mean to you as a senior to be in a district championship game?
It feels great. Obviously, we didn't make it there last year, one game short, so I hope we come ready to play on Thursday and get the chip.
Kingston got back to himself tonight. He had 21. What was he doing well, do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, they all kind of collapsed down on him, so he drives and kicks, and he obviously plays great defense too. Held their best player to, I don't know how many points, single digits. So, yeah, I'm just happy how he played.
What kind of effort do you hope for on Thursday in the final, 4:30 Thursday at Giant Center?
Yeah, same effort as tonight. I think we played great tonight, and, hopefully we have two good days of practice, and, just come ready to play on Thursday.
Zach, thanks a lot. Congratulations. We'll see you Thursday. We're with Snip Esterly. Another district finals. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Another district final. Another trip to Hershey. What does it mean to go back to Hershey with this particular group?
That's one of our goals when we started the season. We wanted to focus on Berks, our division first, get in the playoffs. We got in the playoffs. And we didn't play as well as we should have, but this game tonight was absolutely unbelievable. These kids guys were really focused the last 3 days of practice, and it showed tonight. They listened. The scouting report was right on, and
both games against Bishop McDevitt in the quarterfinals and tonight, you've held both teams, I think, this team as well, to their season low in points. You have relied on defense throughout your career and this season. But what is it about these last two games, the way these kids have played defense?
Well, they're focused on the scouting report. We tell them who can shoot and who can't shoot, and who can help out and how to help out, and that's what they do. They're listening, and as you can see tonight, we knew who could hurt us and who couldn't hurt us.
How good was it to see Kingston get back into his game, scoring 21 points tonight?
We knew. I knew. If you would see Kingston every day, he doesn't have many days like that. Thank goodness.
And how about Zach? He really stepped up the other night, too. We didn't have him on the postgame. He had 9 points, 10 rebounds against McDevitt. Tonight, I think he had 17 and 8. How good is it to see him play the way he's playing right now?
Zach's played that way all year, and I was a little disappointed when he didn't get all division. I thought he deserved it. I mean, we did only lose 2 games in our division, and don't tell me Kingston's the only reason why we won our division. I thought Zach was overlooked. Zach can rebound. Zach is sneaky around the basket. You know, all of a sudden he'll make a cut, get an easy layup, but you can't lay off it because he flat out can shoot a 3. He just needs a little time to shoot it, but man, he gets time, it's in.
It wouldn't be your team unless you have some coaching points, and you have some coaching points for the next 2 days on what happened in the fourth quarter. 6 turnovers, the poor free throw shooting. So what will you tell those guys about the fourth quarter?
Well, I think one thing was happening. I think we were exhausted, first of all. And those guys were just coming everywhere at us, and they had nothing to lose. And I just told these guys to just make sure you got to keep pass faking, pivoting, and you get on the line, you got to make your foul shot. I mean, Brady was so dead tired from covering number 1 that he had no legs.
I was going to get to that. Not only Brady, I was going to get to that. Brady and Kingston, particularly the defensive jobs they did on their top 2 scores.
Oh, absolutely. He had like 68 threes going into this game. And I thought Brady like didn't completely shut him out, but he took his 3 away.
So Thursday, doesn't matter who you play, Eastern York or Big Spring. They're in a game going back and forth. The last time we looked, Big Spring was up 1.
We are just happy to be there, and we'll evaluate what they do, and we'll be ready for Thursday.
Snip, we'll see you there. Thanks a lot.
Great, man. Thank you very much.
Like Churchill and Roosevelt meeting at the summit, they meet again of the minds, Rich Garcella and Snip Besley. It's time for us to take a look now at our player of the game, brought to you by Redding Fighting Phils and their all-new Redders Event Center at First Energy Stadium. The R-Phils remind you to have your next sports team banquet at the R-Phils all-new Redders Event Center and banquet and meeting facility at First Energy Stadium. Whether it's a sports banquet, a wedding, a corporate meeting, or event, or any charity fundraiser dinner, the number 1 place for events in Berks County for groups of 40 to 1,000 is the all-new Redders Event Center at the R-Phils. Go to rphils.com/events for more information. And our player of the game, as Rich Garcella just talked to him, Zach Susky, 17 points. Didn't have any points in the first quarter. Really let the game come to him and eventually opened things up. He had 5 at halftime, 7 more in the third quarter, and then helped contribute in that fourth quarter as well as he finishes with 17 points. 16th time this season he's been in double figures, but that combination of Susky and McCoy finishing with 38 of the Saints' 61 points. Our play of the game brought to you by the American Diner in West Reading. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a late-night snack, you'll find a variety of menu items and homemade desserts. American Diner serves breakfast all day, and dinner entrees include dinner rolls and butter, soup and salad bar, and a choice of potato or vegetable. There's a full senior citizen menu that includes a free dessert. Military veterans receive a 10% discount. Open daily from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. and serving the community for generations since 1994. Well, it was the end of that first half. The Saints were up at the time by 12, and they had the ball down trying to go for one last shot. They ended up with the ball in the paint in the hands of Carmelo Harper with his clock ticking down, and the freshman had zero panic in him, and he just dished it off at the very last moment to Zach Susky, who laid it in to beat the buzzer, sent the Saints to the locker room with a 14-point lead, sent Susquehanna Township into a team meeting before they even went to the locker room, and the Saints had this one in control at that point, and they opened it up by outscoring Susquehanna Township 15-6 after 3 quarters, and the Saints were well on their way with a then 23-point advantage, and ultimately they win it by 19. 61-42 is our final score, and we'll take a timeout back with a rundown of what we've got on the scoreboard as our Pizza Como Temple postgame show continues after this.
Elite Fuel Services has been one of Berks County's best-kept secrets for more than 20 years. They're a full-service heating and cooling company. Not only do they deliver heating oil, propane, diesel fuel, and gasoline, Elite also has a full HVAC team that is ready to tackle any of your heating or cooling needs. Just a quick Google search away, Elite Fuel Service. Read the reviews and give them a call. You'll feel part of the Elite Fuel family, giving you the peace of mind you deserve.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Looking for a game-winning play for your next tailgate or get-together? Score big this season with trays from Chick-fil-A. Delicious chicken nuggets and chicken strips, fruits and garden salads, chocolate chunk cookies, and their delicious mac and cheese. Make a play with Chick-fil-A and you'll be a winner every time. Visit Chick-fil-A at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Chick-fil-A voted America's favorite fast food restaurant.
Welcome back to our Pizza Como Temple postgame show. Kingston McCoy with 21 tonight to lead the way for Berks Catholic. Our Reading Fine Phillips player of the game, Zach Susky, with 17. Carmelo Harper, back-to-back games in double figures for the freshman. He had 10 for Berks Catholic, 8 of those 10 coming in the first half. 5 for Brady Altamar, 4 for Johnny Gisa, and 3 for Jackson Kozik, 1 for Bryce Gumby, and the Saint total of 61. For Susquehanna Township, the freshman Jakai Sloan Marks finished with a team high 17. Alfonso Burnett, the future Kutztown Golden Bear on the football field, finished with 12 for Susquehanna Township, 7 for Mackay Slappy, 4 for Donovan Mitchell, and 2 for Caden Folk, and Susquehanna Township's total of 42. The Indians fall to 15-8, and now they'll take on the loser of that game between Eastern York and Big Spring at whichever one of those two teams wins. Susquehanna Township will be the road team at number 5 seed, and they will fight for the 3rd and 4th place spot into the PIAA playoffs out of District 3.
Well, they're going to have to wait another 4 minutes because Eastern York and Big Spring are going to overtime, 48-48. It's been a back-and-forth seesaw game all night. The winner of that game will play Berks Catholic at 4:30 Thursday at Giants Center in Hershey for the district championship. The loser, as Bob just said, will play Susquehanna Township for the 3rd seed out of District 3 in the PIAA 4A tournament. We have some other scores also in the 4A boys bracket. 2 playback games. 2 local teams see their seasons come to an end. Boiling Springs 62, Schuylkill Valley 45, Bishop McDevitt 69, Wyomissing 57. Congratulations on 2 great seasons by the Spartans and the Panthers, but their seasons come to an end tonight. And in the 6A girls, more or less a seeding game, Wilson 47, Manheim Township 24. The Bulldogs will play for 5th place on Thursday, and they're already in the state tournament. So they will be either the 5th seed or the 6th seed out of District 3 in the PIAA 6A girls tournament.
So you're up to date on the scoreboard as we know it. And again, more basketball coming your way tomorrow night. We will be in the District 3 6A boys semifinals. Governor Mifflin Mustangs having a great season under Garrett Etzel. They made it to the the Berks County semifinals before seeing their season. That's playoff run come to an end. But now here they are in the district playoffs. They've qualified for the state playoffs for the first time in boys basketball program history. Now a chance to get to Hershey if they can win it tomorrow. But they've got their work cut out for them as they take on the Central Dauphin Rams. We'll have that game for you from Central Dauphin High School tomorrow night. Will be available to you both on the radio and on WEEU at 8:30 a.m. and as well on our free video feed at 8:30 WEEU Sports on YouTube. Tomorrow night, Governor Mifflin Central Dauphin District 3 Boys 6A semifinal. We're going to underway at 6:45 tomorrow night. That will do it for our coverage tonight. Thanks to Bill Hess and the staff here at Berks Catholic, as always, for their hospitality and allowing us to bring the basketball game to you. Thanks to Jeff Nolan and Matt Na back at the WEU studios. For technical director Sean Tansky, for Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. We'll do it again tomorrow night with more high school basketball. Tonight goes to the Saints. Berks Catholic is 20-5 on the season, and they will play for a district championship Thursday at 4:30 at the Giant Center in Hershey. The final score, Berks Catholic 61, Susquehanna Township 42. Thanks for listening and watching, everyone. Hope you'll do it again tomorrow night with more high school basketball on 8:30 WEU in Reading.
You've been listening to High School Basketball on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. High School Basketball on WEEU is brought to you by
Adelphia Seafood, American Diner, Bachman's Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling, Chick-fil-A, Cross Keys Insurance, Diefenbach Snacks, Elite Fuel Service, Houndstown Reading, Judd Firestone Plumbing, Kuhn Funeral Home, Overhead Door Company,